And that's all I've got. That's all I've got. It's just digestion. Hi guys, I'm Beck. So nutrition can play a huge role in how well you can perform during exercise. It can vary massively depending on the sports or activities that you do, but I'm gonna share a few tips with you and some general advice. But one of the key things to remember is that you can't outtrain a bad diet. Okay, so the first thing is water. I mean, you can't forget it. We would literally die 3 days without having it. Water is vital for high performance, particularly for endurance and activities that require skill and coordination. Drinking enough fluid helps with digestion, joint health, regulating body temperature and circulation, which helps things such as transporting oxygen to cells and removing waste products. When we exercise, we lose water from the body via sweat. It's really important to replace this by sipping water during exercise and rehydrating fully afterwards. And remember that it's important to make sure that you are fully hydrated throughout the day and not just after exercise. When we exercise, we burn calories. So if you want to maintain your weight, we need to replace these. But where do you start if you don't know how many calories you need to have per day? We recommend using a TDEE calculator. So that's total daily energy expenditure, which takes into account age, weight, height, activity status, and goals. If you're looking to have a particularly tough workout, make sure that you have a small meal focused around carbohydrates 3 or 4 hours before exercise. And if necessary, a small handful of simple sugars about an hour before exercise. So things like jelly sweets or a super ripe banana. However, the most crucial time to effectively fuel for a workout is after your previous workout. So make sure you have a meal focused around carbs and protein after your workout. Protein is the key for recovery and rebuilding your body after damaging exercise. The key is making sure that you have enough protein regularly throughout the day in small meals and not just having everything all at once in your evening meal. Then we have the question of what type of protein is best. The main thing is to focus on eating protein with powerful amino acids. One of the essential amino acids that deserves some love is the branched chain amino acid leucine. If you can imagine amino acids being the fuel for a car, leucine acts like the ignition, kick-starting the process of muscle protein synthesis. The best way to ensure you get adequate leucine in your diet along with other key amino acids is to eat complete protein sources, such as soy or quinoa, or by mixing up varying forms of plant-based proteins like legumes, nuts, or Huel. If endurance is more your thing, carbs and fat are what your body will use primarily as fuel. We store carbohydrates in the form of glycogen in our liver and muscles, which gets broken down into glucose. This fuels the brain and working muscles during exercise, but these glycogen stores are limited. So it's important to have adequate amounts of carbohydrates in your diet to suit your activity requirements. By having enough carbs in your diet, you can generally perform at high intensity and delay fatigue. When you're sweating during exercise, you lose fluids and salts or electrolytes, such as sodium, potassium, and chloride that need to be replaced after exercise. This can be done by simply eating foods that contain these nutrients after exercise with enough fluid. Okay, so to round this all up, remember the 3 R's after exercise. So rehydrate with enough fluid, replace the carbs and salts that you lost during exercise, and recover with protein. So if you've got any more questions, check out the link below or drop your questions in the comment section.